Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in another video today. And today, the New York Knicks are signing TJ Warren to a training camp deal. And I think the big reason why you're seeing this signing happen mainly has to do because of Marcus Morris Sr. Now, if you did not know, which if you haven't found out already, I mean, where have you been the last, 4 or 5 days? The New York Knicks traded Karl-Anthony Towns. And after the Knicks traded for Karl-Anthony Towns, made this big trade, moving Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Cat, had to trade some draft picks, traded some lower contract not very popular players over the Charlotte Hornets as a third team. I mean, it was like Charlie Brown, not the character. I think it was Dwayne Washington, and there was one more player that went to Charlotte. I can't remember his name. I think they sent some second-round picks there as well. So it was like a 3-team deal. Cat goes to New York, bring him in with Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson. But the Knicks ended up waiving a couple players, after they brought in Karl-Anthony Towns. And one of the players they waived was Marcus Morris Sr. Now, I think the Knicks were actually, I just believe that the Knicks were really interested in, when they brought in Marcus Morris Sr. And I don't think the Knicks ever wanted Marcus Morris Sr. to leave, because after the trade happened, they asked him to come back on a training camp deal, and he rejected it. He rejected the training camp deal, which Marcus Morris, yes, he's an aging veteran, but he's still a really good player, really good shooter, efficient player. Even at his age, he should not be on a training camp deal. Meanwhile, TJ Warren will be. But TJ Warren, very similar to Marcus Morris Sr. Same position, similar in size, and also both two good shooters. TJ Warren, in his NBA career, has shot 35% from three and has had multiple NBA seasons with 40% or better from three. 3 seasons shooting 40% or better from three in his career. Now, we've seen TJ Warren a little bit less these last couple years. 11 games this past season in Minnesota. So a former teammate of Karl-Anthony Towns, not for long, and I don't think they played with each other a lot, just because the fact that TJ Warren was, kind of coming in situations where, it was, the end of the game. Cat was probably already out of the game. But he played 11 games. He averaged 4 points per game, which he was only averaging 11 minutes per game. 4 points per game on only 11 minutes per game isn't terrible. He also averaged 2 rebounds per game, 1 assist per game. Keep in mind, he's also a pretty solid defensive player as well. Now, the last time we got to see him get real minutes, he was in Brooklyn, and he actually looked pretty good in Brooklyn. He was coming off a left foot injury that actually caused him to miss quite a bit of time. It caused him to miss most of the 2020-21 season. He only played 4 out of 72 games in the 2021 season, and also missed the entire 21-22 season. But after that terrible injury, he finally comes back. He plays 42 games in the season with Brooklyn and Phoenix, but more importantly, with Brooklyn, he played 26 games, 18 minutes per game. He shoots 51% from the floor. He shoots 33% from three. He averages 10 points per game. He averages 3 rebounds per game, 1 assist per game, a half a block per game, nearly 1 steal per game. He was great in Brooklyn. And we saw him play some great basketball before getting injured in the 2019-20 season, and the 2020-21 season. 67 games and 67 starts in the 19-20 season, 33 minutes per game, shot near 54% from the floor, 40% from three, 20 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game, 1 steal per game, half a block per game. And he went on this crazy run in their 8 games in the bubble, had some of the best numbers in the bubble, and was considered the bubble MVP. Now, came back after that amazing, run in the bubble and a good overall 67-game season, the 1920 season. 4 games in, looked pretty solid. In the first 4 games, averaged 16 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, over 1 assist per game, half a steal per game. Was looking pretty good. But 4 games in, got injured with his foot, causing him to miss the remainder of the season, missed the entire 2021-22 season, and you guys really know the rest, after that. But now the Knicks are signing TJ Warren, and I think a couple of reasons. Why. I mean, number one, he's a former teammate of Karl Anthony Towns, and number two, now that they know Marcus Morris Sr. is not coming back, and that ship has sailed. I think they were really interested in having a player like him, who has good size and brings in great shooting. So I think TJ Warren's a great guy to replace him with. But let me know your thoughts on the signing for the New York Knicks in the comment section, and peace out.